Real Radio.
A very, very good friend of mine. We go back, Jesus.
Oh my gosh,
I've known you too long.
I know.
It's crazy. My good friend, the owner of Buy From a Black Woman, ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Porcher. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Put a little applause in there.
Like,
What's going on?
There's somebody right now who said, buy from a black woman. I like that.
Yeah. What made you, first of all, let's go to the beginning. Buy From a Black Woman. Explain what it is to those who may not have heard of it.
Buy from a Black Woman is a nonprofit organization that helps spread awareness about businesses owned by black women. We also educate black women business owners on how to scale their business market, all that jazz. So we are here for black women business owners, help you sell, help you market, just help you.
So I got to ask the obvious question out the way. Why just black women? Because, someone's like, why not all women?
Yeah, don't all lives matter, my movement
Oh,
now.
man. But I got to ask, though.
Well, I'm a black woman, so I advocate for who I am. So I can't advocate for white women. I'm not white.
Man, this is not racist at all.
No.
Yeah.
I love white women. I have a lot of white women supporters. Hey, Claire. But, this is about a movement. Right now, black women are the leading number in entrepreneurship in this country, right? So why would I want to help spread awareness about what we're doing out here? And it helps that I am one, and who wouldn't want to be a black woman?
Everybody steals the swag.
Everybody.
So what made you start this? What gave you the idea, I'm going to start this movement?
Well, I went to this little something other, right, in Atlanta, and I was the only black woman there. It was all these white women who were buying things, who were selling things, and this one white woman, she was selling this chapstick for $20, and she had none left. It was sold out, right? I'm like, what the?
$20?
$20. And I was like, what does this chapstick do for me? That is $20, and why don't you have any left? So I was like, oh, this is crazy. I know black women who are doing this, and they're not charging $20, and they're not selling out. So I was like, well, how can I help, people who look like me do this? So I went home. I was like, hey, where can I buy from a black woman? And GoDaddy was like, this URL is available. So I was like, let me get that. And that's literally how it all started.
And how long have you been doing this?
3 years now. It's been 3 years.
It's been 3?
3.
So the funny thing about this whole movement is, as her friend, I'm watching her, do all this stuff. So I'm posting, reposting, sharing all the posts. So one day I hit her up man, you got mugs, you got T-shirts, your social media looks great. I'm like, man, your team is popping. And Nikki was like, it's just me. But that level of passion just made it kind of
Yeah, well, it's crazy because I don't think about it when I'm doing it, right? And I get so into it. I'm like, well, here's another idea. Or, here, can I do this? I wonder if this is going to help. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And it's just when I start to see what I'm doing and I lose track of time, that's how you know you're really doing something that you enjoy, you really are passionate about, and you love, right? But I'm blessed to be able to do this.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. So I have to keep at it. I have to keep doing it because then it'll be taken away from me and then I won't be able to do it anymore.
So if a black business, say a black woman business owner right now is listening to this and she wants to inquire, so what, if I come to you and say, hey, help me, what is to be expected?
Well, first I would refer you to our website, buyfromablackwoman.org,
okay.
Our .com, our .net, our
You bought them all.
Yeah, so business tip, buy all your URLs so nobody else can own your stuff, right? And they're $1.99, $2.99. So really, you had no excuse. If you're buying one, buy them all.
Okay.
But I refer you to the website, buyfromablackwoman.org. There's a lot of education information on there, how to scale your business, how to market your business, how to get your business plan, how to plan your social media, how to set your goals, all that stuff. Also, we have a Buy From a Black Woman online directory. So if you have a business with a working e-commerce website, I would say, hey, why don't you go ahead and put your business on the Buy From a Black Woman directory so other people can discover your businesses. Right now, I'm on this campaign. I'm trying to get 500 black women businesses listed on the platform. Right now, we're at 212.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get 500 by the end of the summer so I can be like, hey, look, we're out here doing this for real.
500 strong.
500 strong. Could you imagine when that happens? Because it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
So let me ask you this. With this directory, with you being the OG of this whole movement that you got going on, so do you use your own directory for services you want done for yourself?
I do. That's my first line of defense, offense, everything. When I want something, I go to the directory. If it's not on the directory, I pose a question hey, I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. And then when I I tell you, like, the community comes out to tag and support and tell, like, they come, like, if you've ever been on, I know you've seen the comments, right? But for those who you haven't, if you ever visit the Buy From Black Woman Facebook or Instagram page, if I pose a question like, hey, where can I find hair ties that are red and yellow made by Black women? Like, comments will get lit up with just like tags.
Or somebody will be like, well, I know how to make them, but I ain't no business.
Right.
And they're like, girl, I'll tell you how to start a business.
And then, like, the community, that's why when people are like, oh, so what sets Buy From Black Woman apart from others? It's just the community is there for each other. It's not just hearsay. It's not just like, oh, we're lifting when we climb. No, we really are lifting when we climb. Like, we're taking our team wherever we go. Okay.
And speaking of going a lot of places, I heard you got like a little tour going on right now.
Yeah, so the Black Woman Inspired Tour is a multi-city tour where I'm going to different cities in the country to connect with Black women business owners. So I'm going to 9 different cities in the month of July.
9?
9.
Keep in mind, she's this incredible one-person team, right? So just you in the car?
Me, the car, the airplanes.
Oh, so you are from, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm going to Detroit and Chicago this year.
Okay.
So I'm not driving to Detroit or Chicago.
What's that one dream city you want to go to and kind of get this message across?
The dream city? Well, I went last year, Trenton, so go home.
One time for New Jersey in the building. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, I've done that. Yeah, but so now it's just like to go to all the cities where Black women business owners are just thriving. So that's last year when I did it in 2 weeks, right? I went to 9 cities in 2 weeks. I was like, Jesus,
I remember
Christ,
that.
I could not be around.
But the one thing about that was funny, it was like, so the way she promoted it, she was like, hey guys, I'm going to be in Philly. Meet me at this coffee shop. And like 20 people show up. It's like, hey girl, I saw it on your Instagram. And then it's like, the movement is genuine, but as your friend, I see it like, yo, she really out here freestyling, and it's just all coming together as if it was meant to happen.
Yeah. So I'm being very intentional this year. Last year, it was literally like, hey, I think I'm gonna go on tour starting tomorrow, and I literally just did it as I went. I was like, okay, so where am I going next? And I drove in my car from Atlanta. I drove all the way up to New York and just worked my way down. I was like, okay, well, this is where I'll be next, and this is where I'll be next. This year, I'm being more intentional with it. Like, the dates with the cities will be announced next week, so I want to do a week before.
Okay.
So I'll be going to New Orleans, Detroit, Chicago, Brooklyn, Philly, D.C., Baltimore, Jersey, and Charlotte.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
You better go.
Well, my
girl.
mother's going to Detroit.
Okay. One time for mom. What's how does it make you feel when you meet somebody and they get with the program and then you're just like, girl, thanks to you, you know, I was hesitant about starting this business, but now it's working, and like, how does that make you feel?
It's surreal because it's just like when you're in it, you don't know the impact you're having, but then when like outside people who are not friends or family, right, come up to you and say, hey, what you posted or what you gave me or the information, it really helped me, and now I'm able to do X, Y, Z. You're like, wow, like really me? So, yeah, it's a feeling that I will never, ever take for granted.
Now, I've heard the narrative where they say that just being a black woman, being a woman is hard.
Yeah.
It's like being a black woman is even harder.
Yes.
So, with all of this already weighing down on you, how do you keep moving? Because, you know, you got to deal with a lot just on a daily. Then on top of like, hey, guys, all these black women over here doing good. And then you get like, I've seen one guy make a comment, it was like, why not buy from a black man? Just like, this ain't what that is.
Yeah, I get that at least once a week from a black man and a white woman. Why not all women and why not all black businesses? And where's buy from a black man at? Well, start the movement. Like, that's just start it. But like, I have a spiritual foundation, right? So I make sure I meditate, I do yoga, I read in the morning. Like my first hour, I look at nothing but the inside of my eyelids because I'm meditating, just centering myself. So that
I tried
really
to meditate,
helps.
I just fell asleep. I can't do it.
Well, I fell asleep one time during yoga. I was like, oh my gosh, like I was asleep the whole time. But so like that really helps a lot. And then also the community helps. They keep me going. I don't know if there are people who hate buy from a black woman. If they're out there, I've never met them. They haven't come to my face. So keep talking behind my back. I appreciate that. Stay away. But like just community keeps me going. It keeps me grounded because I know that's who I'm doing it for. So yeah, I made a post earlier this week about how I tie to black women, right? So people tie to church because that's what they get their spiritual guidance from, and that's what keeps them going. Black women keep me going, so I tie back to them.
That's beautiful, man. So before I ask you to drop your socials, what are 3 tips you could give out right now to any black woman who, like I said, is hesitant about starting that business, and now hearing you, they're kind of like, but I don't know. I mean, like, someone's already doing what I want to do.
Okay, so if somebody's already doing what you're doing, they're not going to do it the way you're doing it. So do it, right? Nobody can be you. They can have your ideas or they can have your plan, but they're still not going to execute it the way that you're doing it. So do it. So if you're thinking about starting a business, my 3 tips would be do it.
All right.
Buy all of the URLs and social handles.
Okay.
And stop overthinking it. It's really just that simple.
Say that last one again.
Stop overthinking it.
Yeah, that's anybody who's creative know that is the worst curse of creativity.
It really is. You overthink and you overthink and then you overthink and then you don't do. So just do it. And if you make mistakes, guess what? You can only fall into greatness, right? Okay. So keep going.
I read a quote the other day, and I've been really trying to apply it to my life. It said, "Productivity over perfection."
Yeah. Like so sometimes I post things with mistakes on purpose to see like who's actually looking at the message and who's looking for me to mess up, right? And then like the people who, and that's a way for me to open the door to conversation. So there's people who are like, hey sis, you posted blah 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 instead of blah blah blah. Now I can have a conversation with you. I'm like, oh okay, well thank you so much for the constructive criticism, but have you posted today? Is there something that's keeping you?
One time for that golden social media strategy, mess up. So be like, hey, you spelled this wrong. Well, since you're over here, can I sell you a timeshare? Go ahead and drop them socials in that website so they can connect with you.
All right, so as always, you can just Google Buy From a Black Woman, find us anywhere. That's buyfromablackwoman.org, com.net biz. This is the Buy From a Black Woman directory.org. You can keep up with everything that's happening with the Black Woman Inspire Tour with the blackwomaninspiretour.com, and social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook is Buy From a Black Woman.
So you went in the store and be like, I want that whole shelf.
What they say, like, if I see it, I want it. Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
So I was on the phone with Nikki once, and we were talking about URLs, and I was like, and she ended up buying bfabw.org too. She was like, in case they don't want to type the whole thing out, man.
And it all directs together, like all roads lead to Rome.
There it is. Buyfromablackwoman.com. Buy From a Black Woman on all social media. The one and only Nikki Porcher. Any shout outs? You got to shout it out.
I just want to give an honor and thanks to all black women everywhere. Because of you, I'm able to keep going. You thought I was going to say God, didn't you?
I don't assume what people going to say.
Well, the black woman is God, so you know.
Yeah, we got a whole nother show. Nikki Porcher, Buy From a Black Woman, and the Black Woman Inspired Tour. Did I say it right?
Yeah, the Black Woman Inspired
Tour.com. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Y'all keep it locked.